my volume up is, I just use my own phone, so. Fort McMurray likes to join the ice early, so we're still waiting for our boys to come out. Should be any second. Here they come. Led by Tower, Lavoie on the other side. got no timer on the warm-up, so your guess is as good as mine when this will get started. Guess they get an extra long warm-up. They just started the clock. Looks like a 3-man ref system here today. Man, woman. Alrighty, Danny Lavoie starting in net today. Humphreys, Dvorak, Tower, Langley, and Bowers, your starting lineup for today's game. Got no Canada today. We might not have music. Oh, a little confusion here this morning, but hey, we've got refs telling each other to sing. Okay, let's go. Very disorganized, disheveled this morning. Tower in for the face-off. Langley battling at the wings already. Tower wins that one back. Devo sends it up. Langley pushed off the puck. Little bad blood from yesterday, maybe. Bowers pushes it forward. Tower comes out with it, gets a shot. Save for McMurray. Bowers gets a stick on that one, drops it back to Devo. Devo fumbles it at the blue line and it comes out. Cross ice pass to Humphreys. Humphreys off the boards, up to Langley. Langley trying to tip it in. For McMurray, able to clear it out. Doesn't get by Humphreys. Langley's got the boards. They'll go for a change as it goes down to the Fort McMurray zone. Robinson with some fire in his belly. Centering pass, shot through traffic, goes high. Jonesy putting the pressure in the corner. Robinson sending it out to the neutral zone. Their big number 23 who was able to push through yesterday a few times. Holds it in, quick shot. Lavoie will hold on, they'll play it. Humphreys behind the net, up to Dvorak. Chips it just past Robinson. McMurray able to get a shot off. That was deflected into the corner. Fort McMurray with it behind the net. Pass back to the blue line. Shot through traffic. Lavoie, hold on. Fresh legs come out. We got Cormac, Richardson, Zeman, Lacey, and Tower. Tower into face-off. Fort McMurray winning that one back. Quick shot goes wide of the net. Zeman able to clear it out. Lacey gets it just up past Tower, and that's an icing. Pretty sure someone touched it, but oh yeah, they know they did wrong. Right to center. Tower kicking it at the face-off circle. Cormac trying to move it forward. Zeman gets his stick in there and jabs it into the Fort McMurray zone. Puck goes into the Fort McMurray bench. Tower wins that one back to Lacey. Lacey couldn't quite hold it. Gets it over to Richie. Richie up to Cormac. Tips it up to Tower. Tower's in. Gets a shot. Goes off a face mask, I think. Tower able to settle it down. They knock it off his stuck and down ice. He's got a breakaway attempt. Richie able to get his stick in there. Good back check. Shot goes wide. He centers it out in front of Downey Lavoie. Richie gets it out of there. They whip it around. No one on that guy. Thankfully, he couldn't turn it around for the shot. He'll send it into the corner as Clark Lacey gives him a little physicality at the blue line. Lacey getting his stick in there. Pass attempt not successful. Zeman chips it up to Cormac. Cormac will dump it in and go for a change. Fort McMurray with some steam down the boards. They collide with each other. Storm able to take opportunity. Bowers picking it up, chipping it into the corner. Ooh. That height difference noticeable there with Langley getting crushed with an elbow into the boards. Cross ice pass goes off his skate, bounces right back in. Bowers putting some pressure on in the corner. Jones in for support. Langley stops the bouncing puck. Over to Bowers, who tries a sharp angle shot, and the goalie will hang on. Jones in for the faceoff. Bowers able to hold it in there. Devo sending it back in. McMurray will just chip it up. They'll dump it into the corner. Devo behind the net. Into the mesh. Tower a little choppy on the face-off. He wins it back, drops it behind the net. Fort McMurray there to pick it up in the corner. Trying to get back to their blue line. Rushton intercepts that pass. Down ice he goes. He's got Robin to Rushton. Rushton with a shot. Blocker save. Goes in. Rushton sending the first goal home. Not sure what happened there. I looked away for a hot second. Oh, these boards right low. Humphreys in the corner. He gets nudged. Tower batting that puck off his stick. Tower and Robinson in. Comes to the blue line. Shot through traffic. Pad save comes out. Back to the blue line. Another shot through traffic right in the guts as Lavoie holds on. Jones will come in for the face-off, I do believe. Oh, we're figuring out the clock here. Added some time back on the clock here as it must have run. Jones wins it back to Ritchie. Ritchie sends it up the boards, doesn't clear it out. Fort McMurray chipping it up and over everybody behind the net. Centering pass. Oh, goes in off Jonesy's stick. Ouch. That one hurts. Oh, we got music almost. Jones in for the face-off. Gonna get kicked out. Into the feet. Cormac sends it in deep. Zeman sends it back into the corner. Round the net. Back to Devo at the blue line. He'll keep it in. Passing back and forth between Fort McMurray and Grand Prairie here. That one, oh, Tower makes sure not to touch it so we don't have it too many men as Jonesy was going off. Richie whips it around the boards. Tower gets a stick on it over there. Zeman's out to help. Langley in neutral zone back to Richie. Richie up just misses Zeman, and that'll be an icing call. Tower wins that one back to Humphreys. Humphreys chips it up the boards. Langley's there to clear it out. Oh, Tower's offside. There we go, back onside. Pass just missed ahead of Fort McMurray player. Bisson gets there first. Clears it out to the neutral zone. Fort McMurray picking it up, carrying it in. Pushes them all the way back around. Tower bats that one off his stick, comes out front. Humphreys swipes away, they can't clear the zone. He'll dump it into the corner. Humphreys and Tower. Langley coming out with it, over to Tower. That pushed off his stick to the far boards, comes out to Case, and he's got to turn around, sends it home. Bowers doing a almost full 360 to get the shot off. Sends it past the Fort McMurray goalie, making it 2-1 for the Storm. Jonesy drops it back. Ryder Robinson over to Humphreys. He chips it off the boards and down. Jones with a shot going wide hard in the corner. He's got an opportunity that he wasn't expecting there. Humphreys biffs her as he gets the pass down ice. That'll be an icing. I think he might have stepped on his own lace. Face-off, Storm zone. No creeping up on this linesman. Fort McMurray winning that one. Back to the blue line, shot through traffic. No! Rebound comes out. Danny gets a second opportunity and he holds on. A little bit of chatter going on out there today. We'll see if anything comes of that. Jones wins that one back. Lacey picking it up behind the net, gets it up boards to Rushton. Rushton chips it out, goes straight to the Fort McMurray blue liner. He sends it down the boards. Rushton, and they're just playing past each other. Clark in the corner. That one comes off. Pad save. Robinson over to Rushton. He halts. Where'd it go? Jonesy picks it up. Drops it back to Robinson. Couldn't catch the pass. Fort McMurray able to clear it out and down, but that'll be icing. Tower in for the face-off. Cormack and Zeman on the wings. Devo and Lacey on the blue line. Tower drops it back to Devo. Devo over to Zeman. Zeman loses it in his feet. He'll send it behind the net. Tower far side sends it back behind the net. Zeman there to pick it up. Trying to hit his blue line. Well, it made it. Down the ice. Fort McMurray's got a bit of a step ahead. Devo gets there. Tried for a sharp angle. It went behind the net. On the boards, far side. shot through traffic. A backhand attempt. Set aside by Lavoy. Lacey laying a hit. Fans not liking something out here. Lacey's got him pinched in the corner. Tower in to help. Back to the blue line. Another shot through traffic. Pad saved by Lavoy. Into the corner. Come on, guys. Zeman pushed off the puck. Oh, it clears it out on the second attempt. Could have swore somebody was offside there. There we go on the second try. Jones in for the face-off of Langley and Bowers on the wing. Jonesy wins over to Langley. Langley pops it out. Fort McMurray coming out with it. They bounce it off the Storm body. They get it into the Storm zone on the second attempt. Ritchie there to bat it out. Neutral zone. That pass goes straight to Langley's stick. He carries it in. Bowers there to pick it up. Shot through traffic, hitting bodies. Comes out front again. Fort McMurray there to pick it up this time. Ritchie around the boards. Blue liner sends it back into the corner. They'll send it deep behind the net. Humphrey's going to go play it in the corner. Chips it down the boards. Bowers, come on. Didn't quite get the step. That shot goes way wide of the net. Langley with a little chop on the far side. Fort McMurray still got it. Oh, there we go. Bowers intercepts that pass. He'll opt to skate it. He's got Langley on the far side. Drops it back. Langley couldn't hold the pass. Comes back to Bowers. He couldn't hold it. And they clear it out and down, and that'll be an icing call on Fort McMurray. Tower sends that one into the corner. Fort McMurray picking it up behind the net. Send it around the boards. Rushton in the corner. Takes a bit of a hit. Oh, yeah. Tower's going to go to the box. 2 for tripping. Penalty. Oh, Devo whiffed on the attempt to clear. Pad saved by Lavoy. Goes into the corner. Devo in the corner. A lot of ruckus from the bench as the puck was pinned, so we'll call for a face-off. Robinson in for the face-off. 1:41 left in this penalty kill for the Storm. Fort McMurray winning it back. Shot through traffic, hits their own player in the back of the leg. Devo, hard one off the boards, bounces off the Fort McMurray player, and Rushton's down ice with it. Sends it deep into the Fort McMurray corner as we fall back a man short here. Oh, Ryder Robinson all tangled up with his guy. Got away with one there. Ooh, slash after there. Another big body skating it in. Gets by, gets the shot. Rebound comes out. It's all sorts of traffic. Zeman able to pick it up, and it bounces off a body. Bisson in the corner. 1:05 left in the penalty to Lincoln Tower. Devo whips it out and down. Oh, the goalie's tripping up here. Zeman with a chance, gets the shot. That one goes wide as it was deflected. He was being mauled on the shot. shot goes way wide into the mesh. 33 seconds left in the penalty kill for the Storm. Cormac in for the face-off. Fort McMurray winning it, comes back to their D-man. Z-man able to poke that out to the neutral zone, pushing them all the way back to their zone. Able to skate through here. Backhand centering pass goes cross ice back to their D-man. They'll send it way around the boards here. Cormac able to get a stick on that one. No shot, went into the corner. Zeman clears it out and down as the penalty to Tower expires. Langley over to Lacey. Lacey sends it up too far. That's an icing call for the Storm. Jones in for the face-off. D-man sends it deep into the corner. Ritchie can't quite catch it. They send one out front. Miss their players and send it down ice. That was a Fort McMurray, so there is no icing. They whip it around the boards. He missed their player on the far side. Ritchie bats it over. Straight to a Fort McMurray players. They're offside. Langley having words all the way to the bench, has to get back and set for the face-off. Langley chipping it out to the neutral zone. Fort McMurray cross-ice pass. They'll chip it off the boards. Jonesy pinning him to the boards on the way down. Ritchie can't quite clear it out. Langley had to reach for it. Back to Ritchie in the corner. He'll chip it off the boards again. Langley gets his stick on it and out to the neutral zone. Bauer's there waiting for it to pop out. Had some steam. His own player got in his way. Dvorak picking it up in the Storm zone. Gets the pass up to Tower. Bounces off his feet. He's got to reset. Fort McMurray picks it up. Ritchie out to the neutral zone and past the Fort McMurray player. Tower in the corner. Over skates it. Ryder Robinson batting that one down. Slow in trajectory. Fort McMurray down ice. Danny bobbled that glove save it, come out to the corner. Cross ice to Rushton, trying to get it up to Robinson. Misses that pass altogether. Tower chips it off the boards. Passes to himself. Misses a pass to Robinson. It goes straight into the goalie's glove and he'll opt for the face-off. Jones over to Cormac, drops it back to Humphreys at the blue line, shoots it into the corner. I think he bounced it off the ref's knee. Out front to Cormac. Cormac can't get the shot. Jones steps back in there. Cormac centering pass, no one there. Jonesy able to whip it around. Cormac picks it up, sends it over just past Jones. And oh, wow, they called that onside. It came way out as Cormac was offside, but they let him have it. Oh, Fort McMurray getting past Humphreys, but Bisson's there. He's got his back. Sends the puck around boards. Jones bounces it off Fort McMurray. Skate over to Bisson. Bisson chipping it off the boards. Nice pass up to Zeman. Just missed it as it was bouncing just ahead of him. He's pinned behind the net. I don't know what's happening behind the net, but that comes all the way down. They waved off icing as Lavoie plays it. Goes by Clark Lacey. Ooh, he gets it right on the Fort McMurray stick. Bisson picking it. Oh my gosh. He overskated it behind the net too. Fort McMurray. Oh my gosh. One-timer attempt goes wide of the net. I'm done. It's messy out there. Nobody's playing a strong game in this shift. It's all clustered. Lacey able to dodge him. Gets the pass up to Langley. He gets it out to center. They'll go for a change as we've got it deep in the Fort McMurray zone. Nice long pass. They'll dump it into the corner. Looking for a centering pass. Tower gets his stick on that one. Langley. Back to Richie. Richie chips it up. Over. Bauer's gotta go. Goalie. Oh! Goalie goes to play it. It just about went in, missing by a hair, and ends up being icing. Oofta. That would have been something. Jones in for the face-off. We're missing a guy. Their bench realized we were short one. Gave him a little 20-second power play there. Jones picks it up to Rushton. Gets it over to Robinson. Robinson gets it out front in the feet. Quick shot by Clark Lacey. Hits a body out front. Robinson trying to center it. Who do we got? Rushton sends it back to Robinson. Clark picks it up at the blue line. Oh, pass, D-to-D pass. Richie has to send it to the corner. Goes way wide. Don't get by. Lacey get... Lacey couldn't get the shot off. That one will come down ice. Richie will pick it up. Richie just misses Lacey, gets it to Robinson. Robinson bounces off the Fort McMurray player. Fort McMurray bringing it down ice, gets by Richie. Lacey picks it up, tries to whip it around the boards. Rushed in there. Fort McMurray able to send that one just in front of Danny Lavoie. Went cross ice. Towers all tangled up. Weak ass call. Weak call as the kid was bumped from behind, and Towers getting a cross-checking call. All because of a dive. Penalty kill for Grand Prairie as Towers in the box for 2. Kicked out of the face-off circle. Cormac in for the face-off. Devo, Humphreys, and Zeman out there with him. Cormac on the far boards, battling for it. Pass intercepted by Zeman. He's got Cormac with him. Gets the shot. That one is deflected up into the mesh. Still got chatter between the benches, I think, here. It's much more fun when I can stand above the bench and see what's happening. Cormac. Devo able to hold it in. Gets it just behind Cormac. Can't get the shot off. Comes out to neutral. Cormac and Zeman have a miscommunication. Cormac whips it in deep to the Fort McMurray zone. Zeman into the far corner. Fort McMurray all the way down. That one goes off to Horak. Centering pass goes into the feet. No shot made. Wall takes it into the corner. Backhand attempt goes off Humphrey's shin pads. And Zeman able to clear it out. Pushed back to the Fort McMurray zone. Another big pass up to their captain. Off Zeman's feet and back out to the neutral zone. Zeman tired on a long shift here. 42 seconds left to play in the first. Devo tripped up on the blue line. Jonesy off with some fresh legs. He overskates it. Bats it into the Fort McMurray zone with 28 seconds left to play. Bowers in the far corner. Humphrey sends it deep to the Fort McMurray zone. It goes for a change. 12 seconds left in the first. Oh, Bowers with an opportunity. Gets the shot. Glove save by Fort McMurray with 3 seconds left in the first. That will be it for the first. Storm leading 2-1. We'll be starting with a 10-second penalty kill in the second. Back for period number 2 here at Anzac against Fort McMurray. Storm starting on a penalty. Tower over to the box for 10 more seconds. Robinson, Rushton, Lacey, and Richardson on for the first shift of the second period. Oh, Richie tried to clear it, couldn't get it out. Shot whiffed by the Fort McMurray defenseman, goes wide as we're even strength. Shot, rebound comes out, goes to the far corner. Another shot, sharp angle, rebound out. Clark Lacey whipping it around the boards. Fort McMurray not able to hold it. Lacey over to Richie. Richie up to Robinson, chips it into the middle for Rushton. Rushton carries it in, drops it back. Nobody was there. Tower picks up that attempt for the Fort McMurray. Ooh, Fort McMurray sent it towards their own net, bounce off the post. Jonesy coming on for Tower, picks it up. Deep in the Storm zone, Richie bounces it off the boards, and Fort McMurray able to pick it up and carry it back in. Bobbled out front as Danny Lavoie is knocked over, splayed out in front of his net. He gets up, resets. It's pinned in the boards. Jones up to Zeman. Zeman gets by his man. We got 3. Gets it over to Joe. Woo! Tic-tac-toe is what we'll call that. Zeman, Jones, Zeman. Zeman sends it home for goal number 3. Jones drops it back, just misses Humphreys. It goes back into the Storm zones. Humphreys whips it around the boards. Zeman had it on the far board. Devo able to backhand it out of the zone. Fort McMurray sending it back in. We've got time as they've got to get onside. Humphreys in the corner. Chips it up, boards down ice. That's going to be icing as it missed every player on the boards on the way down. Fort McMurray winning that one. Quick shot goes wide of the net. Bounces out. Bowers taking the opportunity to skate by. He gets the shot. That one goes wide. Tower misses it. The ref was in his way. Humphrey sends it back in deep. Able to get by Devo on the second attempt. It's a 2-on-1. Humphreys. Jeepers. Oh my. Deflects it up as a bobbling puck. Tower turns it around. Oh, we got some slashing behind the play. I think they're both going. Coincidentals behind the play. Dvorak to the box. Fort McMurray to the box. I do think from what I could hear, they were probably slashing at each other. Face-off outside the Fort McMurray zone. Jones in to take the face-off. Fort McMurray winning that one back. They'll send it deep into their own zone. Rushton and Robinson behind the net. Jones charging the corner. Robinson sends it out. Oh, I don't even know who it hit, but it deflected up into the corner from shot from Richie. Jones in the far corner. Drop back. Can't get. Oh, he is hauled down at the boards. That goes high and wide. Fort McMurray can't hold the zone. Rushton putting pressure on at the blue line. Jonesy in there to support. Didn't like getting hauled down. He's got some fire in his belly. That one pops out all the way across ice. Robinson's going to pick it up on the far side. He'll chip it up to the neutral zone. Nobody there. It's going to be an icing call. We'll just keep the camera here. Face-off, glove side of Danny Lavoie, Tower in for the face-off. Lacey and Humphreys on the blue line, Fort Mac and Zeman on the wings. Tower bounces that one off Cormac. Cormac settles it down, takes it down nice, passes it over to Tower, carrying up the boards, drops it back just behind Cormac. Fort McMurray able to clear it out. Clark Lacey sending it in deep to the Fort McMurray zone as their goalie plays it behind the net. Bobbles on it as Zeman gets one out front. He'll cover it up. Tower drops it back to Humphreys. Shot through traffic. Two out of blocker save, shoulder save. Goalie covers up on the rebound attempt. They'll reset the net as it popped off. Tower wins that one, drops it back to Humphreys. He sends the shot through traffic, gets deflected. Goalie sends that one into the corner. Tower on the far boards to pick it up, sends it over to Lacey. Back over to Humphreys, shot through traffic. Rebound comes out front, no one there. Lacey, they just get by him on a bobbling puck. Humphreys in the... I don't know what parents are yelling at here, trying to figure it out. That one goes off Humphreys' foot out front. Tower up the boards, just behind Zeman. Can't clear it out. Lacey will pick it up in the corner. He'll chip it behind the net. Cormac got an opportunity, comes out with it, sends it over to Tower. Tower with a long pass over to Zeman, gets it in his feet. Ooh, long pass offside. We had a breakaway if he would have stood at the blue line because nobody was on him. Nobody knows where the face-off is. We'll get ourselves set here. Who's on? Jones in for the face-off. Langley and Bowers on the wing. Bisson and Ritchie on the blue line. Bowers tips it back to Ritchie. Ritchie hits Bowers on the boards. Centering pass goes through the feet. Bisson with a shot goes off the feet in front. Fort McMurray turns it around. Langley able to deflect that pass, keep it in for a hot second. Bowers chips it by one man, chips it by another. Fort McMurray down the boards. Ritchie will pick it up in the neutral zone, sends it over to Bisson. Bisson tries to send it in. It goes off a shin pad. Langley picks it up, takes it in. Tries to get by his man. That one's poked off his stick. Cross ice. Who picked that up? Kaysen Bowers. Can't get the shot off. Langley looking to drop it back to the blue line. Ritchie wasn't quite there yet. He'll send it behind the net. cross ice to nobody. Fort McMurray. Pass intercepted by Bisson as Richie whips it down, and that'll be icing. Tower on for the face-off. Tower drops it back to the corner. Devo couldn't quite get his stick on it. Comes around the boards behind the net. Tower around the boards. Robinson not quite there. Who lost his stick? Robinson lost his stick. That's a high stick. No, okay. Can't get the shot off. Gets the shot. Bad save. Oh, that comes out. Okay, who do we got? Tower. Up to Rushton. Rushton sends it back into his feet. Rushton whiffed on the pass. Still managed to get it out to the neutral zone as the puck comes bobbling. Tower chopping away at his man. He doesn't get the shot off. Gonna assume that's Dvorak from the far corner. My eyes are too tired to work today. Dvorak up the boards just past Robinson. Comes to the blue line. He takes a step in. He gets the shot. That goes way wide. Bounces out. Comes out front. Storm able to clear it out. Robinson with a pass over to Rushton. Rushton caught looking as he circles back in the Storm zone. Fort McMurray picking it up, carrying it back into their zone. Devo's got it up the boards. Must have hit the mesh. Jones drops that one over. Fort McMurray picks it up. Jones circles around the linesman. Almost picks it up, carries it out. Goes into the corner. Jones and Richie. Humphreys with a hit in the corner. Oh, I just missed it. Sorry, guys. Wasn't a big hit, so that's okay. Just enough. Cormack up to Zeman. We got Tad 2-on-1, but again, we've got our defensemen are tall. They've got some long strides to get back. Comes back out. Humphreys just misses it at the blue line. It goes down to the Storm zone. Lavoie will play it. Leave it for Richie. Richie over to Humphreys. Humphreys up the boards. Zeman chips it into the neutral zone. Fort McMurray. Centering pass comes out front. Lavoie covers it up. I couldn't see it, so I was hoping it was covered. Oh my gosh, drop the puck. Tower in his feet. Langley's in to help. Who comes out with it? Bisson comes out with it. Round the net. Far corner. Fort McMurray gets there first. Lacey laying a hit. Was that Lacey? Yes. Oh, bouncing off the side of the net. Bisson up the boards. Langley chips it out. Fort McMurray sends it back. Bisson around the boards. Langley sends it out. Fort McMurray coming out with it. They send it out front. Nobody there. Fort McMurray beating Bowers to the puck over there. Lacey going for a skate. Ooh, just to the corner of the net with a tap, and he'll cover up. Jones drops that one back to Rushton. Couldn't keep his stick on it. Fort McMurray sends it around. Robinson drops it back to Devo. Devo with a quick shot goes left. towards the net, wide of the net, into the corner. Richie steps to it, gets another shot. Ooh, a deflection by Jones almost goes in. Comes out front, bobbling puck. Just playing baseball out here. Richie backhands it up the boards. Rushton and Jones there to pick it up. They'll send it deep into the corner. Robinson in the far corner pins his man. Dvorak stops that one in its track. Well, slowed that one in his tracks. Richie there to help. It's pinned. Oh, he's hauled down. It's interesting how the same hit that Tower got a penalty for, Fort McMurray's not getting. Fort McMurray behind the net. Devo there to put the pressure on. Rushton off the board, sends it out to the neutral zone. Rushton able to pick it up in that cluster. He skates it in. He's got Robinson with him. Pass intercepted. Devo keeps it in. Goalie couldn't quite cover it up. It pops out. Gets by Richie down ice. Richie brings it up. They get a shot of wow. I'd say his stick was slashed out of his hand the way it went, but apparently not. Storm will ice it as Richie was without a stick. Oh, no icing because the goalie played it. All right, reset. Big body skating in here again. Hard shot way wide of the net. That one circles around and comes all the way back down to their own zone. Like I said, hard shot. Tower ducks under a hit. Cormac sends it out to Zeman. Zeman couldn't get control. He's hauled down. Arm goes up. Fort McMurray to the box. Two minutes for tripping is the call. Storm power play. Tower, Cormac, Robinson, Richardson, and Zeman on for the power play. Getting the penalty on the right side here. Tower wins that over. Zeman drops it back to Richie. Richie back to Zeman. Zeman back to Richie. Shot through traffic as the buzzer. Play. Buzzer goes off as the penalty box operators are out of control. That one comes out as we had some confused players. We had a good play going on there till we distracted them. Tower winning that one, comes back to Richie. He'll send it over to Robinson. Robinson's going to skate it in. Forced behind the net. Tower got it at the side. He's forced back. Fort McMurray trying to clear it out. Richie stops it with a skate over to Zeman far side. Zeman will send it to Robinson in the corner. Cormac with a shot from center goes wide. Back to Richie. Bounces past his feet. Zeman's there to support. Richie hits Cormac over to Tower. Tower gets a shot. That one's deflected wide. Robinson's got it in the corner. Over to Richie. Back to Robinson. Sends it out front just past Cormac. Richie able to hold it. He'll send it deep into the corner. Cormac with a one-timer attempt. Pad save goes out to the corner. Fort McMurray looking for a change. Couldn't get it quite down ice far enough. They take a bit of a slow change. We get some fresh legs on. Jonesy coming down ice. Langley on the near side. Jones on the far side. Drops it back to Bowers. Back to Jones. He bobbles it in the corner. Fort McMurray ices it with 17 seconds left in the Storm power play. And we're even strength as Bowers carries it into the Fort McMurray zone. Drops it back to Langley. Langley, shot goes off a body and Fort McMurray's down on a breakaway. Comes out front, sends it home. Making the score 3-2. Tower, Rushton, Bowers, Humphreys, and Lacey. Tower sends that one into the storm zone as sticks are flying off the face-off. Fort McMurray with a long pass, missed it. Humphreys picks it up, gets it over to Tower. Tower will send it in deep. 6 minutes left to play here in the second period. Lacey will settle that one down. Sends a pass up just ahead of Tower. Tower's going to send it in. Bowers into with a hit. There was a solid kid he hit there. Lacey in the corner. Rushton in for support. Tower dropping back to cover. Tower taking the opportunity and stopping that puck in his tracks. Gets it over to Rushton. Rushton drops it back to Humphreys. Humphreys with a shot blocker. Save goes into the corner. Humphreys hit into the boards. Chipping it off the boards. Rushton keeps it in, sends it in deep. Tower plays it behind the net. Just misses Bowers. Clark Lacey picking it up. Shot through traffic goes wide. Fort McMurray turns it around. Down ice it comes. Oh! Had a left-handed winger left unattended, gets the shot. Danny makes a save. Face-off storm zone. Another shot from the blue line goes wide of the net. That kid's got a hard shot. Pinned at the boards down there. We've got Bisson and... Oh! Okay. I don't know who was hauled down over there. Gets back up, gets back in there. They're sure letting them battle at this corner here with the puck pinned in there. Puck comes out. Fort McMurray's got it. Backhand attempt goes just wide. Danny caught a piece of it with his toe. Centering pass not made. Devo chips it off the boards. They held it in. Bisson, Danny's going to cover that up as the blue jersey's coming at him. He'll settle things down. Oh my gosh. This linesman takes forever. Tower kicked out because he's antsy, ready to go. This linesman won't drop puck. Zeman steps in, drops back to the Fort McMurray blue line. That shot goes wide. Ooh, another sharp angle. That one deflected into the corner. Behind the net it goes. Lacey off the boards. Just clears it out. Fort McMurray sending it back in there offside. They'll reset. Richie able to pick it up in the corner. Loses it to the Fort McMurray player. Oh, Tower with a nice hit. Another shot deflected out. Lacey bobbles it. Tower trying to clear it. Fort McMurray with another shot. Goes off. Comes back to the blue line reset. That one goes way wide down the boards. They're able to keep it in. They'll send it in deep again. Tower in the corner. Lacey in for support. Richie bats it out. Hits Cormac. Cormac not able to get control. There we go. Storm clears it out. Zeman's got it. Zeman will whip it off the boards and around. Tower there to pick it up. Gets by his man. Tries to get it out front. Not quite there. As Fort McMurray will cover it up for the faceoff. Jones looking to drop it back. Rushed in there, drops it back to Humphreys. Humphreys goes for a shot through traffic. Pad save comes out. Rebound picked up by the Fort McMurray players. They send it down nice. They waved off icing. They say Devo touched it. I don't think he did, but play on. Shot through traffic. Rebound comes out. Devo picks it up. Fort McMurray saying, trying for a sharp angle. Humphreys in the corner, gets bumped in. Storm able to clear it out, but it's going to be an icing call. Our boys ready for the intermission. They are playing a little under the weather, so you can see the fatigue. Under the weather and short two bodies. Jones in for the faceoff. Rushed and able to kick it out. They get a shot. Devo picks it up, chips it down the boards and down. That's going to be another icing call on the Storm. Storm's got 6 players, got to clear one out. Tower in for the faceoff. Playing with 6, playing with 4. Dude, this linesman takes forever to drop the puck. My gosh. Even they're annoyed on their own bench. Another shot from the defenseman. Kicked out by Lavoie. Robinson gets just enough on it to get it up to Langley. Langley will send it in deep. Tower in the corner. He's pinned to the boards. Langley in for support. Keeps it in the neutral zone. They get by Robinson. Get the shot. Lavoie holds on. .132 left to play in the second period. Storm leading 3-2. Shot through traffic, goes back to the face-off circle. Backhand attempt, goes wide of the net. Who's got it? Jonesy brings it out, carries it down ice, over to Zeman. Zeman gets a shot towards net. Defenseman's able to get a stick on it. Zeman pinned to the boards over there. He's battling away. Jones in to help. It clears out. Richie's got a man on. Richie up to Cormac. Cormac dodges a guy. Well, tried to dodge a guy coming at him. Who's getting the penalty as the arms seem to be up prior to that play? Fort McMurray getting a penalty. .57 seconds left in the second period. Storm will end it on a power play. Drops it back to Richie, comes back to him quite slowly. Oh, he almost lost it there. Goes into the corner. Robinson going to pick it up behind the net. Cormac with a one-timer attempt goes wide of the net. Tower. Yes! Tower hits Zeman with a one-timer and it goes. Making it 4-2 on a power play goal for Shea Zeman from Lincoln Tower. 40 seconds left to play in the second period. Not able to clear the penalty off. We're just going to let it go. We did let them out of the box, thankfully. Bowers comes out with it. Can't get it cross ice. Fort McMurray picking it up in their zone. Bobbling puck at the Storm bench. 19 seconds in the second period. Nice long pass, and he's offside again. It's a good play in theory, but he's putting himself offside every time, which is thankful because he is left unattended twice now on that same play. Storm winning that faceoff. Lacey with a shot through traffic. Jones couldn't quite get the tip in. 9 seconds left to play in the second. Jonesy gets it out to Ritchie with a quick shot. Misses the net by a mile to end the second period. Storm leading 4-2. Here we go, period 3, getting underway. Looks like we're starting with Humphreys and Bisson on the blue line. Oh, just wait. We gotta get Jones, Zeman, and Cormac. I miss Jonesy dancing on the far side. All right, Jones in for the face-off for period number 3. Fort McMurray winning that one. Long pass to the winger waiting on the blue line. Zeman able to bat it out to neutral zone. They are trying to get it in. I could hear it went off a shin pad. They'll send it in deep. Humphreys in the corner, chips it up to Zeman on the boards, doesn't quite make it. Richie hit back there. Oh, a deflection almost goes past Lavoie. He held on. Richie picks it up, gets it around the boards, does not clear it out. Cormac felt that one. Blocked shot as he lost a glove, dropped his stick, went into the boards. Help him up. That one hurt. That defenseman with the hard shot at a close range. Tower in for the face-off. Tower shoots that one out. Back there, defenseman Langley blocking a shot as Richie took someone down in front of the net. Bowers gets a shot off, goes wide as the defenseman was diving in front of him. He goes down in the corner on that play. Need to play our game, not theirs. Back to Humphrey, shot through traffic, hits Tower out front. We got more behind the play. Looks like, I don't know who's getting it. Yeah. He's calling for number 21, skating around like he didn't do anything, but he's getting a roughing penalty. Taking out some frustrations on Langley as Langley keeps his cool. Storm go to the power play. Fort McMurray around the boards. Bowers there to hold it in. Lacey batting that one down as Fort McMurray sends it down ice. Coming in hot. Let's go, let's go. Lacey up to Tower. Tower's got a man on, gets by him. Takes a pass attempt to bounces off skate back into the Storm zone. Lacey gonna pick it up behind the net. Up to cross ice to Tower. Tower's got it in the neutral zone. Cross ice to Langley. Langley gets by his man into the corner. Fort McMurray send it down as they're being told to skate. Who's gonna pick it up? Lacey again. He'll opt to skate for a bit here. Comes up center. Drops back to Henrik Rushton. Rushton passes just behind Bowers. Bowers has to take a minute. Sends that one over, hits some feet out front. McMurray's gonna skate it this time. 2-on-1. Rushton playing defense, not sure where our blue liners were. Bad change there potentially. Jonesy picking up steam from behind the net, taking it up the boards. Oh, he's too fast for me. Out front to Robinson. Robinson gets a shot blocker save, deflected into the corner. Devo at the blue line, sends it into the corner. Robinson over to Zeman, looks like. Zeman out front. Tower, everybody's batting away at it from up front, and goalie will hold on tight. Or for his life there. Oh, it's like we only got 4 again. Richie coming on late. Fort McMurray player tripped up, so no pass available as they skate it through. Not sure what he was looking to do. Maybe drop it, maybe shoot it. Centering pass goes behind the net, bouncing off the net. Richie up to Zeman. Zeman chips it out to the neutral zone. Fort McMurray sending it back. Centering pass in Richie's feet. Nobody can get it. Fort McMurray holding in another shot through traffic. Big old glove save by the boy. Chatter happening as the refs yelling at them. Jones skating away. As the guy was following him to give him a piece of his mind, goes back to take the face off. Jonesy's on the bench laughing. Tower ready for this puck to drop, and he takes forever. Tower wins it, gets it back to the corner, gets the puck himself, brings it all the way around the boards. Fort McMurray picking it up out in the neutral zone. Cross ice pass. Tower pushing him off the puck. Dvorak behind the net, 2 blue jerseys on him. Storm not on the power play. We are even strength. Oh, Langley trying to hit Tower. That one was intercepted. Bauer sends it in. Langley with a big hit. Bowers batted off his stick before he could get a shot. Richie picks it up. Chips it up, but off the boards and down. Chip down the boards past the defenseman. Richie's there. Oh, that one goes just across Danny Lavoie into the far corner. Richie off the boards. Doesn't clear. Shot through traffic. Almost deflected off a Devo's skate. Devo chips it up to Robinson. Robinson chips it out to the neutral zone. Rushton's got a step on him. Gets a shot. That one catches a toe, I think. Deflected into the corner. Comes out to neutral. Isn't able to stop that skater who was on the move, streaking down ice. 3 in. Humphrey's on his own. Deflected up into the high glass. No, 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 no! Keep your cool, guys. No stupid penalties. I can hear them chat from up here in the middle of the play still. Oh, goodness. Cormac back after his blocked shot that had him limping off the ice. That was a big icing call. Oh my, Humphreys and Wall still beaking each other. Oh, Lordy. Cormac, Zeman, Jones on the front end, Dvorak, and Lacey on the blue line. Jonesy sends it into the corner. Cormac sends it. Oh, just misses. Zeman on a pass intercepted. Zeman picks it up in the neutral zone, whips it back in. Devo keeping it in. Ooh, jeepers. Jonesy crunched in the numbers there. 13:26 left in the third. Storm leading 4-2. Goalie will hold on for the faceoff. Jones wins that one back, drops it back. Cormac couldn't control it. Lacey sends it in, but they send it hard ice down. That'll be icing. Playing with some frustration here. Our boys just need to keep her cool. Let them play angry. Linesman's picking up something on the far side. Cormac over to Zeman. Zeman sends it shallow into the McMurray zone. They bring it back out, send it down nice. It bounces off the boards behind Lavoie. Devo's gonna backhand it up the board. Zeman not quite there to get it. Fort McMurray coming out with it. Can't get the shot off. Tower in for support, able to pick it up. Devo and his player all tangled up behind the net. Glove saved by Lavoie. Hoping that Tower's having a conversation about the holding of the stick. She's not having it. Doesn't like the conversation. Tower in for the faceoff. Oh my lord, this linesman is ridiculous. Tower dropping that one out. Quick shot by the defenseman goes wide. Bowers on the boards. Not quite quick enough. Couldn't get the shot off through traffic. Tower picks it up. That's chopped off his stick. Ritchie will flip it into the neutral zone. Langley picks it up. He's squeezed to the boards all the way behind the net. Oh, there we go. Arm up in the numbers. It was gentle, but it was there. Someone's beaking off. They're going to get unsportsmanlike soon. Fort McMurray going to the bench. 2 minutes for boarding. Not the bench. Penalty box. 2 minutes for boarding. Storm power play. Bowers in for the faceoff. Some excitement from the bench. Fort McMurray winning that one. Whip it down boards. Ritchie keeps it in. Gets by his man. He'll whip it into the corner to Bowers. Bowers loses it off his stick. Picks it up again. He's pushed into the boards. Fort McMurray is going to start playing this way. You can see it. They'll whip it down nice. Ritchie behind the net. Ritchie looking for an option, skating it up ice. Stops at the blue line, sends it cross ice just behind Rushton. Jones there to tip it in a little further. Jones in the corner, ref in the way. Over to Bowers. Bowers with the shot pad. Save comes out. Fort McMurray whips it down ice. Lavoie will play it. Ritchie again. Up just in front of Bowers. Bowers on the boards. Gets through. Langley there to help, picks it up, sends it over to Tower on the far side. Tower over to, just misses Bowers on the pass. Ritchie will pick it up. He'll send it into the corner. 43 seconds left in the power play for the Storm. Bowers sends it out front. Rushed it with a shot. Blocker save. Holy cross checks to the head. Holy, what do we got going on in the corner? He's got their big kids out double shifting. Blow the whistle! Cross check to the head. They're gonna have to, there you can see them ramping up. They need to call it because this is not okay. Bowers taking a minute there as he was cross-checked and no call made on the play. Better be having a conversation to make a call. Sorry, I'm gonna move this. We'll watch the chatter at the bench. Better be calling something. We've still got a penalty over there for 18 seconds. And he's getting something. Gonna try and figure out that penalty. Yeah, 5 minutes. So I do believe number 23 was kicked out. 5-minute major. Storm with a 2-man advantage for 18 seconds. They are definitely going to have to call it tight because you could see it coming. Do you think they made the right call here? Even though the coach is angry? No need for kids to get hurt. Back to Ritchie. Ritchie over to Zeman. Zeman back to Ritchie. Just misses that pass. I'll have to settle it back in. Zeman back to Ritchie. Over to Tower in the corner. Misses him. Oh, and the ref's in the way. Fort McMurray able to clear it out as one of their penalties expires. So we are 5-on-4 for 4 minutes and 37 seconds. Ritchie over to Tower. Tower's pass to Cormack, intercepted, chipped further into the Fort McMurray zone. Richie at the blue line. What's he gonna do? What's he gonna do? Looking for an option. Sends it to Zeman. Zeman can't get the shot off. Robinson sends it out front. That one's intercepted. Robinson. Over to Tower. Over to Richie. Richie through traffic. That one goes wide. Goalie will hold on for the faceoff. 3:35 left in the Storm power play. 8:54 left to play. Storm leading 4-2. Jones on to take the faceoff. Rushton over to Jones. Jones back to Rushton. Sends it back over to Jones. Jones was skating in. Humphreys at the blue line. What are you going to do? Oh, he thought too much and they batted it off his stick and down ice they go. Tag team by Devo and Humphreys. No shot taken as Humphreys hits his man at the boards. Comes out front. Humphreys bats it out. Jonesy picks it up. Jones with a pass up to Langley. Dodges him, gets in. He's tripped up. No call on that one. Back to Devo. Devo over to Rushton. Rushton loses it. Devo picks it up, but he almost gets it batted off his stick. He sends it towards the boards. Nobody there as Fort McMurray's able to send it down ice. Bowers back on the bench. He shook off that hit. Took a hot minute, got a drink, maybe an Advil, but he is back on the bench, so that's good to see. Tower cross ice to Langley. Langley down in the corner again. Tower over to Clark Lacey, didn't get the shot off. That one worked out well as the puck stayed in. They get by Lacey and down. He's got a breakaway. Who gets in there? Rushton gets in there. Oh, one-timer attempt. Totally missed. No shot. Goes behind the net. Langley. Oh, a freaking elbow in the head again. Cheapers. I know it's the height difference, but still. Langley's head's been squished a time or two this weekend. Clark Lacey up to Robinson. Robinson trying to, oh, nice drop back to Cormac. Cormac gets a shot that comes out front. Goalie couldn't cover it. It goes down ice with 1:31 left in that 5-minute penalty to Fort McMurray. Tower with a hard pass cross ice. Misses Zeman. Fort McMurray able to drop it out. Clark Lacey picking up the rear. Keeps it in. No, he didn't keep it in. They had to reset. 1 minute left in the Storm power play. Fort McMurray sends it down ice. I think we need a change. A little bit gassed out here. Lacey gets it over to Zeman. Zeman skating it in. That one goes into the mesh far side. Face off in the Fort McMurray zone. No one on the blue line to pinch that one. It goes all the way down ice. Richie behind the net with 30 seconds left in the Storm power play. Oh my gosh. Richie over to Bowers. Bowers skating it in, drops it back to Langley. Langley back to Bowers. Bowers cross ice pass. Not made. Fort McMurray down ice. Richie picking it up, gets by his man, skates it back in. And we got 2 seconds. We are even strength. Pinned into the boards again down there. Comes out. Fort McMurray's got control. Pass goes just behind the Fort McMurray player as he put himself offside. Thankfully didn't touch the puck. Play stays in action. Richie sends it up to neutral. Fort McMurray able to circle back around. Gets the shot. That one rings off the crossbar. Oh, la. Didn't know where it was. Up and over. Another shot through traffic. I think he hit his own player. Jonesy hitting his man on the boards. Devo in to help. He's got his stuck stick. Bowers laying a hit on the sideboards. Puck comes out. Shot does not go anywhere near the net. Bounces off the back. Richie's going to pick it up off the boards. Tries to get it out. Doesn't clear it out. Somebody's missing a stick out there. Jones is missing a stick out there. Somebody's getting a slash. I sincerely hope it's not Brogan that didn't have a stick in his hand. Fort McMurray going. No, I don't know who's going. I think somehow Brogan is getting a slashing penalty. Actually, I have no idea. What did he call? What was the penalty? Brogan, who didn't have a stick in his hand, slashed. Okay. That's not good physics, but okay. Brogan Jones is the one that went to the box for slashing, even though the stick was slashed out of his hand. 2-minute penalty kill for Grand Prairie. He was standing out front with no stick when he got the call. Bisson pinning his man to the boards. Pushed off the puck. They come out with it. Centering pass. Bounces off it. Lavoie stays out. Tower trying to clear it out. Not able to do it. Pass out front. Pad save by Lavoie. Rebound comes out. That shot goes way wide of the net. Rebound again. Alexander calling for the one-timer attempt. They are not passing it to him. Tower's missing his stick somehow. Pretty sure that didn't drop out of his hands on its own. Fort McMurray captain drops it back to the defense. Back over to the corner. Out front, Clark Lacey with a with a hell of a block shot and then dumps it into the Storm bench. Gotta be Clark! .3:17 left to play here in the third. 1:06 left to the penalty to Brogan Jones. Cade Cormack in for the faceoff. And Fort McMurray not able to hold it in. Pushed all the way back to their zone. Dvorak in the corner. Pinned in, no support. Nobody can support. Humphreys pins his man behind the net. Chips it up the ice. Fort McMurray sending it back into the corner. Unsportsmanlike with a toss of the stick after. Not going to be called. And Ethan Humphreys sure has a lot to say today. Not sure why the whistle blew, but nobody's getting a penalty on that shift. I dare say leaving them on the ice, not the best option, but okay. Cormack drops back to the defenseman. No shot. Zeman dekes him out, comes out with it, sends it down ice. There, tall Fort McMurray player able to bat that one down and send it back into the Storm zone with 17 seconds left in the penalty kill. Devo whips it down the boards, hits Zeman. He gets under the player, trying to make the shot. Stops the attempt. Humphreys knocking his guy down in the corner. Humphreys again. Who's got Zeman down ice? Oh, we are all stopped at the blue line here. Red Rover style. Humphreys with a shot goes up and over. Something's got a fire in that kid's belly. He's got to get back. Going for a change. Devo's back by himself as both teams will change. Devo up to Richie. Richie over to Langley. Missed. Fort McMurray gets a shot. It goes wide. Robinson able to clear it out to the neutral zone. 1:35 left to play here in the third period. That's another shot. Goes wide of the net. Hustle, boys! Tower not willing to take a hit from that big body. Opts to let him skate in first, and they'll pin the puck on the boards. Devo pinning his man to the boards, pushes him off. He's bumped. Another shot. That one sent wide by Lavoie. Richie's got it on the floorboards as we've got 1:07 left to play. Fort McMurray able to keep that one in. Centering pass. Tower able to clear it. That one goes to Fort McMurray. We've got an empty net for Fort McMurray. They've got the extra attacker. 54 seconds left. Glove save by Lavoie. Woo! 52 seconds left to go here in Anzac. Fort McMurray with an empty net, 6-on-5. Bowers at the face-off. Bowers pops it out, comes back to Fort McMurray, shot through traffic, hits bodies out front, goes to the far side. Another shot, just aimlessly coming across ice. Jonesy behind the net. Oh, misses a hit. Too fast. Bisson in to support. Fort McMurray getting the shot. Rebound comes out. Another shot goes wide. 28 seconds left to play. Jones. Bowers tag teaming two. They cleared out. Bisson gets it up to Bowers. Bowers gets it. Oh, rings it off the post and misses the empty net. Oh, damn. 10 seconds. Clark Lacey with the shot. Good goalie attempt by the defense. And that's the game as the boys win 2 here this weekend. I'm not sure. Maybe. We've had so many ties this year, so I don't know. A win for each goalie this weekend. 4 points on the road trip, and boys will be coming home happy. Get rested, and we'll be off to Bonnyville and Lloydminster next weekend. Alrighty. I think we're good. Well, I don't know. We can watch the handshake. That'd be boys. I'd like to see the shot count. Oh my gosh. Change everything.